Welcome to LFC Transfer HQ, your ultimate source for all things Liverpool FC transfers. Like and subscribe for more football updates. Our first news is Liverpool will need to pay £100 million to sign Bayern Munich winger Michael Olise. Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah scored a vital stoppage-time penalty against Burnley last afternoon as the Reds earned all 3 points with a 1-0 success at Turf Moor to continue their 100% start to the Premier League season. Salah was not on top of his game by any means, but his second goal of the campaign could not have come at a better time, and that has been the case a number of times, with the Egyptian stepping up in spite of not being decisive for the entirety of a match. Liverpool will need to pay £100 million to sign Bayern Munich winger Michael Olise b Ash Kilner September 15, 2025. Bayern Munich wants to secure Michael Olise fichodges.net. Liverpool forward Mohamed Salah scored a vital stoppage-time penalty against Burnley last afternoon as the Reds earned all 3 points with a 1-0 success at Turf Moor to continue their 100% start to the Premier League season. Salah was not on top of his game by any means, but his second goal of the campaign could not have come at a better time, and that has been the case a number of times, with the Egyptian stepping up in spite of not being decisive for the entirety of a match. Advertisement. With his contract expiring in 2027, however, Salah's form has already deteriorated in comparison to previous seasons, and Liverpool are pondering over signing Bayern Munich's Michael Olise as a possible replacement for their talisman. Football Insider has reported that the Premier League leaders would need to pay at least £100 million if they are to sign Olise, who has been described as one of the best in the world by club teammate Serge Gnabry after a solid maiden year in Munich. Liverpool will be willing to spend. One of the biggest takeaways from the recently concluded transfer window has been that Liverpool are prepared to spend big money if their targets warrant doing so, and it is unlikely to be any different going forward. Following Darwin Núñez's and Luis Diaz's departures, coupled with prize money from winning the Premier League last season and a sponsorship deal with Adidas, the Reds will have enough spending room and possibly the willingness on Michael Olise. That he has done a phenomenal job at Crystal Palace previously and has taken his game to the next level at Bayern Munich, so he promises to be the perfect fit in place of Mohamed Salah, who has led the way with goals and assists for the Reds for a long time. Bayern are in no need to raise money by selling Olise, but neither are they likely to stand in his way if he wishes to leave, so a transfer to Anfield next year will largely be driven by the forward's wishes and Liverpool's readiness to match his price tag. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more Liverpool news daily. Our second news is Liverpool told to pay £100 million plus to complete signing of ex-London club sensation. Florian Wirtz and Alexander Isak's club record transfers to Liverpool could be surpassed if they advance their interest in Michael Olise, sources have told Football Insider. Liverpool shelled out north of £400 million on 10 new players in the summer transfer window, with over £100 million apiece spent to sign Wirtz and Isak from Bayer Leverkusen and Newcastle United respectively. ASI revealed on the latest edition of Football Insider's Inside Track podcast. Isak's £125 million transfer fee could be overtaken as the British record if Olise does return to the Premier League from Bayern Munich. Football Insider revealed on September 13 that Bayern will demand at least £100 million for Olise in a bid to stave off interest from Liverpool, after they spent £50.8 million to sign him from Crystal Palace 14 months ago. Liverpool see Olise as the ideal replacement for Mohamed Salah, but my sources have stated that the France forward is admired by several top clubs and would likely demand a similar fee to Wirtz and Isak. Sources have told Football Insider that after Liverpool showcased their ability to spend vast amounts on transfer fees in recent months, Bayern won't let Olise leave the club unless they receive well over £100 million. If at all, Michael Olise forces Liverpool into £100 million transfer decision. Football Insider revealed on Friday that Liverpool's interest in Olise is dependent on Salah as he weighs up his future at Anfield, but it remains to be seen if they'll have until 2027 to make a decision either way. It's more than probably just Liverpool who'll be looking at Michael Olise. His career is just going up and up, I noted on the new Inside Track podcast. Liverpool, if they are looking to find a long-term replacement for Mohamed Salah, Olise would figure on that list. In the current market, you've seen players going for £100 million, you've seen Wirtz go for over £100 million, Isak for well over £100 million as well. Olise is on a long-term contract and a player with so much potential, he'd probably command similar fees. It's not an easy deal to do, but I don't think Bayern Munich will be counting on losing Michael Olise anytime soon. Liverpool left in limbo over Olise transfer plans. Man United's former chief scout Mick Brown told his Football Insider that Liverpool are ready to step up their interest in Olise, with Salah unlikely to stay at Anfield beyond 2027, but a lot can happen before then. Bayern's valuation of Olise will only increase in the next 2 years after 23 goals and 20 assists in his first season, with Salah's exit only likely to earn Liverpool a transfer fee if he moves to the Saudi Pro League. Football Insider revealed on September 3 that Liverpool's huge summer of spending was a one-off, and this casts doubt over their ability to complete 9-figure moves for players like Olise in the near future. Our third news is midfielder over the moon after making selfish Aston Villa transfer decision. Harvey Elliott made his Aston Villa debut at Everton on Saturday. Harvey Elliott is over the moon to be an Aston Villa player and admits he had to be selfish in leaving Liverpool to join Unai Emery's side. The 22-year-old is prioritizing game time at this stage of his career, after playing only a bit-part role in Liverpool's title triumph last season. Having started just 2 league matches under Arne Slot, Elliott knew he needed a new challenge that would best support his development. Villa came calling before the transfer deadline, securing an initial loan deal on the final day of the window, along with an obligation to buy the midfielder for £35 million. Monchi has ideal answer to Aston Villa problem as he plots transfer raid. Ollie Watkins not really wanted claim made as Unai Emery blamed for Aston Villa problem. It was very difficult, Elliott said of leaving Liverpool. First of all, the decision to leave, and then on top of that to find the best club. There were a few difficult decisions I had to make. I had to sit down and speak to the team and go into a lot of detail, but it was the decision that was made, and the decision was to come here. I'm over the moon. As I said in my first interview, I'm so happy to be here and I really want to kick on, to get this club where they deserve to be. With this team, anything is possible and we just need to fight together and keep going. I loved every minute of it, every second, every day, Elliott reflected on his time at Liverpool. I wouldn't change it, to be honest. I learned so much from being there and experienced many things. But I think the most important thing for me when I was making the decision was to be playing first-team football. I need to be in a team where I'm getting regular minutes. Whether that's starting or coming off the bench, just having that feeling of going into a match day knowing you're going to play, that's the only way I can improve now. The love I have for Liverpool is still going to be there forever, that's not going to change. I'm still going to be watching and looking out for them from afar. I'm wishing them all the very best. But sometimes in football you need to be selfish. I made the decision to leave because I wanted to do what's best for me. I take all of my experiences and everything I learnt from Liverpool. Hopefully I can start to kick on now. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool FC breaking news, transfers, and updates from Anfield. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more Liverpool news daily. Our fourth news is maybe Scotland captain Andy Robertson lifts lid on potential Liverpool exit and has say on new signing. Scotland captain Andy Robertson is not ready to sit on the sidelines at Liverpool and relinquish his position as first-choice left-back without a fight after admitting there was a chance he could have left for Atletico Madrid in the summer. Robertson has been displaced in the starting lineup this season by £40 million signing Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth and has not yet started for the Reds. His only 2 full matches have come for Scotland as the 31-year-old led his country to a draw against Denmark and a win over Belarus earlier this month in the World Cup qualifiers. Robertson was briefly linked with a move to Atletico, coincidentally Liverpool's first Champions League opponents on Wednesday, but opted to remain at Anfield for the final year of his contract despite knowing he was most likely going to be a backup. The former Hull City and Dundee United man came off the bench 38 minutes into the 1-0 win at Burnley, which extended Liverpool's 100% record to 4 matches as head coach Arne Slot was concerned. Kerkez, already on a booking, was in danger of being sent off in what has been a scratchy start at his new club. Robertson brought an immediate improvement down the left side to provide a reminder he is far from a spent force, and asked whether there was a chance he could have been lining up against the Reds for the Spanish visitors on Wednesday. Robertson said, "Maybe at one point. I do want to play games and be the starting left-back, and I have got to keep pushing to try to produce the levels I know I can do. The international break was good for me as I was able to get 90 minutes, get that match fitness and 2 really good results for Scotland, and I took a lot of confidence from that." Robertson knows he has to push Kerkez at Liverpool. Kerkez, 21, is only young, and I think we forget that. You try to help them as much as you can, but you want to put pressure on them and you want to play games. He will be the starting left-back for Liverpool in the future, and it's up to me to push him this season and help him improve. He just needs to keep working hard and not let today affect him, which it won't, as he's a confident lad, and I'll help him as much as I can. Kerkez shares similarities with Robertson in that they both made a step up from non-elite clubs to join Liverpool, and the Scot, who himself made just 3 appearances before December in his first season as then-manager Jurgen Klopp integrated him slowly, admits the change can be daunting. It's a massive jump. I came from Hull, he's come from Bournemouth, and it's probably quite similar, he added. There are a lot more eyes on you in a Liverpool jersey than at those 2 clubs. Kerkez, has transitioned well. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool FC breaking news, transfers, and updates from Anfield. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for. Our 5th news is Liverpool warned of huge money to sign Slot's primary 2026 target as Reds look to fade out legendary star. Liverpool have been told they will need to fork out a fee close to their transfer record if they want to prize Michael Olise to Anfield in 2026, amid suggestions Arne Slot has a plan in place to phase out Mo Salah before his numbers deteriorate. The Premier League champions embarked on a record-breaking spending spree this summer, adding some £440 million worth of talent to their ranks, and in an effort to ensure Liverpool are well placed to defend their title. After Sunday's last-gasp 1-0 win at Burnley on Sunday, 4 wins from 4 games suggest the Merseyside Giants will once again be the team to beat, despite that historic €509 million, €600 million, spent on new players this summer. Slot and company are far from done with their Reds revolution, and the Liverpool manager, alongside sporting director Richard Hughes and CEO of football, Michael Edwards, is already drawing up plans for the next phase of their rebuild. To that end, the next phase of Liverpool's redevelopment will likely see the club target long-term heirs for talismanic stars Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk, both of whom signed contract extensions this summer to keep them at Anfield until 2027. However, given the age of the pair, Van Dijk turned 34 over the summer, while Salah is now 33, the Reds know time is not on their side, and that old father time will catch up with the pair eventually. With an heir to Salah already in mind, reports over the last week have strongly linked Liverpool with a huge move in 2026 for Olise, with the France international taking his game on to another level since moving to Bayern Munich. Confirming their interest as genuine, transfer journalist Pete O'Rourke has warned Liverpool they will be looking at another £100m plus fee to lure him to Anfield. It's more than just Liverpool who will be looking at Michael Olise, his career is just going up and up, O'Rourke told the Inside Track podcast. All top European clubs will be interested in Michael Olise. He's not going to be easy to get out of Bayern, though. He's under contract at the German club until 2029, and Bayern Munich won't want to lose him. You're talking huge money to get him out of there. You'd be looking at £100 million for Bayern to sell him. O'Rourke is not the only journalist confirming the Reds' interest in the 10-times capped France international, with the Daily Mail's Louis Steele also claiming the former Crystal Palace man has been slated as Salah's long-term heir. As for Michael Olise, I certainly cannot rule that one out, Steele wrote. They want a long-term Mohamed Salah replacement in the next summer or two, and the early noises are that Bayern Munich's former Crystal Palace star Olise could be right at the top of their shopping list. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool FC breaking news, transfers, and updates from Anfield. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more. Our last news is injury scare for Alvarez ahead of Anfield's showdown with Liverpool. Liverpool's Champions League campaign begins with a major subplot after Atletico Madrid forward Julian Alvarez provided an injury scare only days before his side's visit to Anfield. The Argentine striker, who joined Diego Simeone's team from Manchester City in August 2024, was substituted at halftime during Atletico's 2-1 win over Villarreal in La Liga. Reports suggested, via Liverpool Echo, the change was made as a precaution, with concerns over discomfort picked up in the first half. Speaking after the match, Simeone told reporters, until he wakes up tomorrow and gets through his first few hours after the discomfort he had. We hope it's nothing and we trust he'll be back in top condition as soon as possible. The 25-year-old has quickly become the focal point of Atletico's attack, scoring 29 goals and adding 8 assists in 57 games last season. Any absence would be a major blow to the Spanish side's chances against the Premier League champions, especially with their trip to Anfield kicking off the group stage. Liverpool monitoring Atletico danger man. Posting on Instagram, Alvarez looked to calm fears by writing, "Happy about the victory. Now focused on the first Champions League match." That message suggested he expects to feature against Liverpool, though questions remain over whether he will be fully fit. Liverpool will know all too well about his qualities, as Alvarez scored twice against us in 5 appearances for City before his move to Spain. His talents in Manchester led to a recently revealed transfer discussion involving Luis Diaz possibly heading to play under Pep Guardiola in a potential swap with Liverpool. The Argentine was also linked with a move to Merseyside this summer before we signed Alexander Isak, showcasing our adoration for the forward. That's why a potential injury would be a boost and the Argentine status will be monitored closely in the build-up, with Simeone facing a nervous wait to see if his star striker can lead the line at Anfield. Join our channel of readers on WhatsApp to get the day's top story straight to your mobile. Stay tuned for all the latest Liverpool FC breaking news, transfers, and updates from Anfield. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more Liverpool news daily. Thanks for watching. That's all for today's transfer update. But the transfer window never sleeps, and neither do we. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest Liverpool FC transfer news, rumors, and confirmed deals. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss an update, because at LFC Transfer HQ, you'll never walk alone.